Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Guest of Sharjah. And a special episode will be airing to you from Sharjah's International Book Fair in its 42nd edition. And when I say Sharjah's International Book Fair, I say authors, I say readers, and I say publishers gathered around from all over the world. Of course, with the support of our loving father, His Highness Dr. Sheikh Sultan bin Muhammad Al Qasimi, the member of the Supreme Council and the ruler of Sharjah. And because of him, this book fair has been able to be from success to success from year to year. And of course, the edition and the name of this year's edition of the book fair is We Speak Books. And of course, we speak books and we love books here in Sharjah. And the guest of honor of this edition of the book fair is the country of South Korea. And we are glad today in our episode to have our guest from South Korea, Mr. Park Hyun-min, an artist from South Korea, and alongside the translator, Mrs. Grace. Welcome to Sharjah and welcome to Sharjah's International Book Fair, of course.
Thank you.
At the beginning, of course, and being here and speaking about books, of course, our whole topic is books and reading and culture and civilization. At the beginning, I would like to ask the artist, how was his beginning in becoming an author?
저는 원래 전공이 빌딩 구조공학입니다. 그런데 종이책에 대한 열정과 사랑 때문에 책을 만들고 싶었습니다. 그래서 책을 만들게 되었습니다. 네.
I started to become the author of the books because I had affection about writing the paper books, and the second one was that it's about the passion. It's about passion of making good books. So
Yes.
that encouraged me to start becoming the author.
Yes, that's nice. So if you can ask him also, is the passion is a fundamental and important drive to each author?
그러니까 모든 작가에게 이런 이제 열정이 필요한 거냐고 물어보시네요. 책을 쓰는데 필요한.
책을 매개로 하는 작가들은 대부분 그 종이책에 대한 사랑이 있기 때문에 만든다고 생각을 합니다. 그래서 열정이 당연히 있다고 생각합니다.
Yes. So for every author, they need to have at least that love for the illustration books or children's books or any books.
So in order for an author to become an author, what are the requirements, the fundamental requirements?
책은 기본적으로 소통의 미디어이기 때문에 독자에 대한 애정과 어떻게 소통하는지에 대해서 이거에 관심을 많이 갖게 되면 좋은 작가가 될 수 있다고 생각합니다.
Yes.
So it's about the affection of the readers. So he's saying that for every author, they need to communicate well with the readers, and that affection makes the writers to transfer or deliver the messages of the books better.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see. So we can say that anyone can become a writer unless just having few requirements, and then why not, of course. Thank you so much for being with us today, and of course, welcome again. We welcome you to Sharjah and we welcome you to the book fair, and thank you so much for being with us. And ladies and gentlemen, we have another guest from South Korea. Of course, it's a diversified, participants from all over the world to this book fair, and another, of course, participant from South Korea, which is the guest of honor, of course, of this edition of the book fair, Mr. Kim Sang-kwin, which is also he's an artist, and welcome to Sharjah, of course, and welcome to the book fair. We are very glad to have you here, and we have much more and a lot to learn from South Korea as well. At the beginning, I would love to ask you about your impression and participation in this edition of Book Fair.
여기 샤르자 국제도서전에 초대돼서 너무 반갑고 여기 왔는데 너무 거대한 전시장과 되게 많은 부스들과 책에 관심이 있는 많은 여기 관객들이 찾아와 주셔가지고 오늘 아침에도 학생분들이 굉장히 많이 오셔가지고 책을 이렇게 관람을 하고 읽고 가셨는데 그런 모습을 보니까 너무 아랍에서도 책에 되게 관심이 많아지고 도서전을 크게 열고 있구나라는 그런 뜻깊은 생각이 들었습니다.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased to attend this Sharjah International Book Fair, and then this is my first time attending this book fair, and it was really amazing to see that this is really big book fair in Sharjah, and it was really nice to see all the readers from all over the world, and then it was interesting to see that there are so many children from schools as well.
Of
Yes,
course,
I'm very
yes.
pleased to be here together.
Yes. And I can see he has a few books with him. We would love to hear about it and give us a brief about them.
네, 저 여기 인형 보이시나요? 이게 제 책에 나오는 두더지 인형인데 이 책이 나오는 인형이 시리즈 책이에요. 그래서 이 두더지의 첫 책인 두더지의 고민 Little Mouse Worry and Little Mouse Wish and Little Mouse Summer라고 해서 세 권의 책이 두더지 시리즈로 나왔고 이 책들이 이제 사랑을 받고 해외 여러 버전으로 출간되고 있어요. 그래서 한 몇 가지 언어로 번역 되었고 예정도 된 언어들도 많이 있습니다. 그래서 아랍에도 기회가 돼서 책이 한국 책이 제 책뿐만 아니라 많이 소개되는 기회가 이번 사르자 국제도서전을 통해서 많이 이루어졌으면 좋겠습니다.
And you can see here that this is the character Mole, which appears in his books, in my books. And then I have this series of books of the mole, which start with mole's worry, and the next one is mole's wish, and the next one is mole's summer. And they have been translated into various languages, and then they have been published in other countries as well. And Starfishing, A Little Mole's Wish. And I hope that there will be more opportunities, and then if there's any opportunity to translate these books into Arabic,
Yes.
then it will be very, very pleasing and nice.
That's very nice. We are looking forward, of course, to these books being translated to Arabic. But now, for this, in this book fair, is it translated to English?
Yes, they are.
It is
Yes,
translated to
yes,
English. Yes, that's amazing, amazing. One last question in my mind: being an author and writing for children or writing for the younger generation, does it take more responsibility to write to children than to write to normal people, to adults?
저는 사실 제 개인적인 생각으로는 어른과 아이가 다르지 않고 어른도 자기 안에 아이의 모습을 가지고 있다고 생각을 합니다. 그래서 누군가는 그 아이의 모습이 되게 적을 수도 있고 많을 수도 있는데 저 같은 경우에 좀 많은 사람이고 그래서 누구나 다 공감할 수 있는 이야기라고 생각하면서 그림책을 만들고 있기 때문에 모든 사람들의 연령층이 사실 경계가 없이 재미있게 즐길 수 있는 책이 이 픽처북이라고 생각을 해서 특히나 근데 아이들이 또 관심 있게 그림이 전하는 이야기를 전달받기 때문에 그런 지점들은 물론 이제 아이들이 책을 관심 있게 읽고 뭔가 배우거나 느끼거나 상상하는 거에 좋은 매개체가 돼서 그런 것들 염두에 두지만 모든 연령층도 함께 즐길 수 있는 부분이 그림책에 모든 사람의 마음속에 아이가 있기 때문에 가능하다고 생각을 합니다.
Because I don't see any difference between children and the adults, because even for the adults we have children inside ourselves.
Yes.
So that's why that for my books that every age group can enjoy, and
Nice.
then they can read and they can learn by reading my illustration books. So that's why in a nutshell I'm saying that there's not so much difference between children and adults.
Yes, so everyone can enjoy
Yes.
these amazing books. Thank you so much for being with us, and welcome to Sharjah again. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for inviting us.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're most
Okay,
welcome.
감사합니다.
Yeah, 슈크란.
Shukran, shukran to you as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, we continue to interview some of the most amazing guests and participants here in the book fair. And of course, we are still in the country of South Korea. And another guest, another interesting guest, Mrs. Kyung Haiwan, an artist from South Korea. Welcome, of course, and welcome to Sharjah, and welcome to the book fair. And our question today, and my question to you is, in this generation, the generation of technology and development, we can see the entering of online books
Yeah.
to our lives. What do you prefer? Do you believe that there is a difference between the traditional books or the online books?
먼저 이렇게 초대해 주시고 불러주셔서 너무 감사하고요. 이 아름다운 도서전에 참여해서 한국 책을 소개할 수 있어서 되게 기쁘게 생각합니다. 온라인 북보다 저는 사실 오프라인 북을 훨씬 더 선호하는 편이에요. 특별히 그림책, 어린이 책 부분에 대해서 그런데요.
I'm very happy and pleased to attend this Sharjah International Book Fair. And to your question, I prefer the paper books rather than the online books.
All right. But so she prefers maybe the traditional books, the
Traditional.
paper books. But maybe like some people may think that they deliver the same message. So as long as they are reading, they deliver the same message. So in the way of content, is it the same? They will deliver the same message, but yani, she prefers it as yani, a paper book.
네.
Yeah.
네, 알아요.
네네네.
Okay.
네, 제가 왜 종이책을 선호하는 이유는 그 책이라는 물성을 굉장히 중요하게 생각하기 때문입니다. 그래서 온라인 북 같은 경우에는 이렇게 터치하고 스크린으로 책이 굉장히 플랫하게 그냥 나타나지만 종이책 같은 경우에는 독자가 직접 실물을 만지고 촉감을 느끼고 그것을 직접 손으로 넘기는 행위 자체가 저는 독서의 모든 행위에 포함된다고 생각을 하거든요. 특별히 그림책 같은 경우에는 그림책의 형태와 판형이 굉장히 중요해요. 그 책의 메시지를 전달하는데 그림책의 형태 자체가 그 중요한 메시지를 전달하기 때문에 그림책은 반드시 저는 실물책으로 보는 것이 온라인으로 보는 것보다 독자에게 의미 있게 다가간다고 생각합니다. 그리고 어린이들이 책장을 넘기잖아요. 손을 이용해서 이 몸을 이용하고 그 자신의 신체를 이용해서 독서를 하는 행위 자체가 그 어린이들의 발달에 굉장히 좋은 영향, 큰 영향을 미친다고 생각하거든요. 그래서 특별히 그림책, 어린이책 부분에서는 종이책이 훨씬 더 메시지를 전달하는 데 효과적이라고 생각합니다.
Yes.
So in order to understand the books better, the message delivery of the messages is very important. And I think that for online books, it involves more with the touching the screen and the icons on the screen. But for reading, I think it involves more than that, just touching the screen. So for me, when we read the paper books, it involves the action of reading, which means we use the 5 senses in our body. Okay, so especially for illustration books, children by doing the flipping the pages of the books, and that kind of action involves attracts more readers to get reading closer. So I think I prefer the paper books rather than the online books.
Yes, I see. I can understand that. Maybe reading in the traditional book it has more feeling
Yes.
into it. So yeah, that's maybe the case. So the traditional books will stay special, no matter how online books we got. Thank you so much
Yes.
for coming to us, and thank you so much for
Thank you.
being
Thank
with
you.
us today. Thank you so much.
for
Appreciate it.
having me here.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, without a doubt, the choosing of South Korea being the guest of honor in this edition of Book Fair was, of course, one of the most amazing decisions, since South Korea has much information, civilization, culture, technology development. So we have many and many things to learn from South Korea, of course. And we have another guest, Mrs. Chae Hae Jin, a generalist and a critic from South Korea. Welcome to Sharjah again, and welcome to the book fair. And I think our question today is, since we were speaking about books, and we covered many topics in terms of books, when it comes to books, and speaking about the new generation, the children, the kids, how can we teach them the culture of reading? How can we teach them the love of books? Yeah.
네, 너무 좋은 질문 주셔서 감사하고요. 제가 생각할 때 지금 영 제너레이션들은 디지털 환경이 많이 바뀌면서 미디어 환경이 많이 바뀌면서 모든 것이 나 중심의 세계의 중심이 내가 되는 경험을 정말 많이 하는 것 같아요. 예를 들면은 내가 어떤 컨텐츠를 좋아하면 그 선호를 바탕으로 또 다른 컨텐츠를 추천해 주면서 내가 모든 것을 선택할 수 있고 내 선택에 따라서 세상이 변화할 수 있다라는 자기 중심적인 생각을 갖게 되기 쉬운 것 같은데요. 책이라는 사물은 타인이 창작해 놓은 세상 안으로 들어가는 일이기 때문에 어떻게 보면 내 맘대로 모든 걸 할 수 없는 세계예요. 그래서 원치 않은 결론의 책도 읽을 수도 있고요. 그리고 여기는 좀 지루한데 빨리 넘어가고 싶은데 왜 이렇게 길게 서술돼야 되지? 라는 장면이 있을 수도 있어요. 근데 그렇게 내가 통제하지 못하는 타인의 세계 안에 들어가 보는 것이 점점 더 필요한 세상이라고 생각하고 있어서 그렇게 다름을 견디고 타인의 다름에 머물면 되게 좋은 일이 일어날 거라는 것을 가르쳐 주는 게 정말 필요하다고 생각합니다.
Thank you for your good question. And as you can see in this world, the world has changed into digital environments these days. And then I think, these days media depicts the world more to the self-centeredness. What I mean is that, when we come across the reading, like there are some books which are not that interesting, but there are things that we have to read, and then it's like I choose, and then that becomes the center of the world. So
Okay.
rather than being the self-centeredness, so I think it is very important to teach children to enter the world of others. So it's about putting up with the uncomfortable feelings of the others and to put up with the inconveniences of others as well. So I think it is to teach the children the endurance and of this world.
I can see she brought a book, and we'd love to hear about that book.
이 책에
네,
대해서
네.
짧게만 소개를 해주시면
네, 저-
감사하겠습니다.
제가 저널리스트로서 한국의 굉장히 빛나는 그림책 작가 10분을 직접 만나서 인터뷰한 책이고요. 먼저 그렇게 번역.
So in this book, I have interviewed 만나서
네.
제 인터뷰를 하셨다고.
네.
I have met 10 very brilliant authors in South Korea, and then I did interview, and I contained all the interview contents here in this book.
근데 한국
Alright.
그림책 시장의 독특한 점이 무엇인지, 한국 그림책 작가들이 보여주는 창의성이 무엇인지 밝혀보고 싶어서 쓴 취재를 바탕으로 한 책입니다.
Because I wanted to show the differences that they show in the illustration books in South Korea, and then in particular how they depict the world differently through their books.
Okay, exactly. And we are very glad to have you here, and we are very happy to see you, of course, in Sharjah, and to see you in the book fair. Did she love Sharjah? Did she like the place?
샤르자 사랑하십니까? 좋아하는
아, 네,
오시게-
정말 네. 사실은 음식이 너무너무 사랑스럽고요. 저한테는요. 책도 당연히 그렇지만 음식을 통해서 이 아랍 문화에 대해서 문이 열린 것 같다는 생각이 듭니다.
I love Sharjah, and then in particular, I love food here in Sharjah. And
Okay.
then by experiencing eating those different food here in UAE, and I got to know better than before.
All right, nice. That's very nice to hear, and we are very happy to have you here. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess we have reached to the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode with us. I believe we wandered and we took a ride in South Korea, and of course, much and much to learn from South Korea. We'll see you hopefully in other episodes. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.